check.
With that
Just
were
pull up a
pricks?
chair.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Yeah. I wrote them down.
Yeah, no, I have a little.
I still see them.
I have a little
They're
list
still
of
at open
people.
mics. I go, hi.
Hi, bye, sucker. Bye, I'm headlining. Yeah, there's some guys that have, that they're like very funny, but they were just assholes. And now that I'm in a position that I hire people for television shows and movies and stuff, that I've gone, not them. And everyone else was like, they had the funniest audition. I'm like, I don't care. I know they are funny, but fuck them.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a room where you're auditioning, like it's your project, and your friends come in, and you have to watch them read?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah, especially if sometimes they crush and you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while you're like, oh, buddy. And then you have to be like, dude, really good stuff. Are you in classes? Are you trying to get better at all? Or you're just winging it?
One time Neil Brennan was directing a movie with Piven and, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, the
dealership
car movie.
Right? And I was in the room audition, and then after my first take, Neil Brennan stands up, comes to me, whispers in my ear, and he goes, no one can understand what you're saying.
He whispered it.
I go, what do you mean? He goes, it just doesn't seem like English.
It doesn't seem like...
Because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
He's like, just slow it way down, man.
Oh, I remember when we hired Eric Griffin, because Eric, he was never like a dick, but Eric would always like sun me. He'd be like, you'll get good someday, little man. And I'm like, fuck you, you big hairy buffoon.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then when we sold Workaholics and we were just starting the show, he came in and crushed the audition.
Wow.
And thought that I was a PA working on the show.
Oh,
Wow.
And I read with him. And he was like, man, it's cool that they're letting you read and do all the readings. And I'm like, motherfucker, it's my TV show. So he actually came the day before. He got the days wrong of his audition, came the day before. And was just like, and Blake comes in and was like, I think I just met Armontez.
Yeah.
This guy's hilarious. He looks goofy. He's got hairy knuckles. And I'm like, looks goofy, hairy knuckles.
Yeah.
He's like, does he look like Mr. Potato Head? He's like, he does. And I'm like, is Eric Griffin? He's like, that's the guy. And I'm like, we cannot hire him. And I actively was like, we can't. And then he crushed his audition. I'm like, oh, fuck, I think we got to hire Eric Griffin. This is going to suck. And then it ended up being great. And he was great on the show. But I wrote in the show that my character just unexplainably hates Eric's character. So I got to be like wildly mean to him throughout 7 seasons of the TV show, which was very fun.
But you guys got close.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's...
He's a great friend of mine, but he's the worst. I hate him.
I remember Candace Bergen.
Bergen?
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Candace
Yeah.
Bergen.
Murphy?
What?
Murphy Brown?
Murphy Brown.
Yeah.
What?
what's
I said it wrong?
It's Bergen, I
It's
think.
Bergen, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. She's not here. Candace, come on
He's
out.
not here.
Yeah.
You're right.
But she thought that I was makeup hair, right? And then even when we were like rehearsing, I was like doing lines with her. Mm-hmm. She thought I was makeup hair. And then when we're actually shooting, she goes, oh, sweetie, you're an actor? And I go, yeah, I'm in the show. She's like, you don't look like an actor.
What? Like an actor.
And I go, well, I look like this.
Yeah.
Like a,
You
my own form of
100%
Googly Monster. You know
look
what I mean?
like makeup
I had
and
this
art.
one guy come in.
Makeup
I had a
and makeup
pilot.
artist.
Can you hand me
makeup
that real
and
quick?
Which one?
costume.
What? This?
No,
Makeup and design. I don't know what it's called.
Oh my
What do you
God.
put?
Now that she says that,
Thank you.
Okay.
I see it.
And
I
good
could
friend of
see
mine, he came in, and I go, oh, this guy's great. This guy's really funny, right? And he has his sides like this over his face, and he goes. He was so nervous.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Shaking the thing, and I didn't
The
know.
worst thing is, I don't know what to do to
I didn't
make
give him
someone
notes
that
or anything.
comfortable.
Because I just wanted him to get out of the room.
Yeah, no, I mean, not like that.
It was
but
like a
yeah.
point where there's nothing
For
that I
his
could have
own
said
sake.
that was
Right.
gonna
What
like,
can you
know what I
say?
mean, make him calm.
Like, you
Because he
got
had
this
never auditioned before.
encouragement, of course.
I know. And then later I go, you did good. He,
should've
goes,
been
he goes, no, I didn't.
One of my
Why couldn't he
my
video
auditions
it?
was
He could have videoed it to me.
straight to producer.
I would've showed them
in
if it
front
was
of
my
Judd
show.
Apatow, Jason
Oh, man.
Segel, and a
Oh,
ton of other
man.
people. And it was like a huge audition. And
Wait, what show
I
was
was
this?
so nervous. I'm
Judd
in front
Apatow,
of
Jason
one of my
Segel. What is
auditions
this?
was straight to producers in front of Judd
For
Apatow,
what?
Jason Segel,
My bad, I thought
and
he said the name.
a ton of other people. And it was like a huge audition. And I was so nervous. I'm acting opposite Jason Segel
Yeah.
that I went completely off book and just started improving and got up out of my chair and decided like I'm gonna bring so much energy to this that
man.
the words won't matter. And then afterwards, I remember Judd Apatow looks at me and goes, "Well, we wanted some improv."
Yeah. Sheesh.
And then
Did you blush?
And then I go, "I could do it again." And he goes, "I think we're good."
Please don't.
And I left. And I brought it up to Judd before, and I'm like, "I'm sure you remember that." And he's like, "I don't remember that at all."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, all right."
Yeah.
It meant nothing to you,
Yeah,
but for
yeah.
me, it was the worst day of my life.
Oh man.
Was this pre-workaholics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know if I've told this story in a while,
Pre-workaholics,
but
and you thought you
remember
just
the one that
throw the
I don't
lines
audition-
out
this
the
is the worst
window?
audition I've ever had. So
Just
it was
wing it?
not Ridley Scott, but his brother Tony Scott.
Oh yeah.
He was
Huge director.
Huge director. He was doing
Yeah.
a movie, and this is CA first signed me.
Cool.
And they're like, we got you a real special audition.
Yeah.
I go, what is it? And they're like, just know your lines. Of course, I never read it.
Yeah.
I read it the night before.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
And they
okay,
came
okay.
in on a Saturday,
It happens.
which is like, at the time, I didn't know that was a big deal.
Yes.
But Saturday was, and I walk in, and I knew something was up because there was no one else there, and I remember they handed me a glass of water. You know what I mean? Usually there's no water. You're in these full chairs with 30 guys.
Sure.
And then they
So
love me.
you feel kind of fancy.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah.
But then they love me, and then in my mind I'm like, I'm fucked
Why?
because I don't know the lines. I don't know what barely know it.
Oh yeah. And
And I was having a panic attack.
And he's known as being like was R.I.P. But
Yeah.
he was known as being like a true hard ass.
Hard ass.
Yeah.
And I walk into this thing, there's cameras set up, and the casting director and everyone, and I swear to God in my mind, I'm like, there's no way I can do it. Mm-hmm. I can't even say it. So I got to get out of this. Right? So I had the first line, and so, Kalala, you're the cast director, and you say, are you ready, Bobby?
All right.
And you say, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Bobby, remember Theo playing his son? I mean, his pups.
Bye. And I left.
No, you didn't.
That one.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I leave.
What did CAA immediately drop?
Immediately, you're out.
Yeah.
You're done. You're done.
They fired you.
But then, because I'm friends with Matt Blake brought me over from Gersh.
Sure.
Blake was like, listen, those guys, the head guys that got you the audit, they're not going to be repping you. We got some younger agents
We
that
got
are willing to take you on.
a new team with no power and
And no recollection
We just brought them up
of
from
what
the
you did.
mailroom.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing yet.
Yeah.
They
What was
will.
the movie? Was it Man on Fire?
I forgot what the movie was called, but
You were a
it's
man
something
on
else
fire.
like
Oh, he did Man on Fire?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think it was Man on Fire.
You did Man on Fire. What scene?
Finding new adventures. And
What, when they're getting in the... No, that's a different movie. There is one scene, the kidnapping. They kidnap, okay? You're not one of the guys that were shooting. Then there's another scene where he pulls up in the car with his shotgun. He gets shot. You're not at this scene. What scene did you have? Did you play a detective? Anyways, let me stop acting like I know what you would play. I'm sure he got a good role and killed it. I don't see how you don't see the funny in Adam. I don't see how you missed that. As a director, as a casting agent, I don't see how you don't see this guy. We can use him for something. Adam has the type of personality that if I was a casting agent, or whatever the term is, if I was the one casting, I'm using this guy as what I would call extras. And mind you, I know what extras are. Extras are, sometimes they don't have a line. They don't have a word. They're just sitting in the coffee shop. They're just running when shots are fired and an explosion goes off. they're just on the ground after an explosion. I get, but what I'm saying is I would try to hire him. I'd probably talk. You got to be smart when you do things like this. But he has the type of personality, Adam, that I'd somehow negotiate because he doesn't have any lines yet. If we can pay him half of what we pay someone that is on set for extras, and if he can just, for half, show up, and I'll figure it out. I'll get you in there. We'll figure it out. The moment I need some lines read and I don't have anyone, you're in there. Because he just has that personality, that characteristics that I look for funny, charming, likable. Why not put him in? I'm not mad at them, chat. I would say that's not how I'm living. I'm not living a life of bitterness, resentment, revengeful. I'm not living like that. I'm just not doing it. I'm not giving anyone any power outside of who I'm called to be. You don't get to dictate who I'm supposed to be. You don't get to make me resentful, bitter, vengeful. You don't get to make me be living a life or have me out here living a life where I'm like, oh yeah, wait till this or wait till I show you. No, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me and mine. I'm doing this because there's more to life than what I know or what I've been shown. I'm not doing this to get back at anybody. I do agree that if that helps you, use it. That ex-girlfriend. My man's is going through something right now. Excuse me. Him and his girl have had a child. Not only is she toying with him, she has him. She lives with him. He pays the bills. He works every day. He's a good father, taking care of their child. He wanted to bring her into this world. She was all the way against having a kid. He had to fight and convince her to not get rid of their baby. She's recently born. I understand going through, I understand after giving birth and all that entails, the emotion, the physical energy, the physical draining on your body, on your emotionally drained on your mind. I understand that. I won't understand that until I have to be there every step of the way for my future wife. I get that. She wants to go and take a break from him. She wants to take her baby. She wants to go live with a guy in Puerto Rico. This guy has money, his own company, and he's probably a nice, handsome looking man. In my language, if a woman told me that was her way of saying she's done with me for whatever reason. She fell out of love. I don't have enough money. Life is not easy with me. She's tired of living with me and my mom. Whatever reason she's tired of. She has found another man that she obviously feels like she can benefit from being around him. She's definitely gonna sleep with him. I'm a grown man. Please don't insult my intelligence. It's not like you're gonna be living with a man and you're taking our baby and you're not gonna do anything. You're gonna sleep with him, and obviously you're gonna try to build a relationship with him. And then when that doesn't work, or when he realizes he ain't trying to take care of another man's child, and if he decides to break up with you, you'll be back at my front door telling me a story about how are you gonna let the mother of your children, the mother of your child, how are you gonna leave her homeless? I'm hungry, the baby's hungry. You need to help me. Let me back in. It sucks that he's in this position. Because what do you do in that position? Do you pay money and get her in a hotel and figure out how to keep her good and you take your baby back? Do you even let her take your baby and go have to learn the hard way and live with this guy, this random guy that she just decides to break your heart and tear apart your family? Do you take ownership because you told her, no, we're going to have this baby, and now you need to go to the court and face the facts and figure out how to get full custody? The fact that she would put her baby in that situation, she claims she's depressed. She sends long paragraphs text to him while he's working, and she's at home playing Fortnite, and she's complaining about this, and the dog pooped in the back, and she's tired of the dog, and she's not going to open the door late at night for his mom. You know, she's going to bed. She's tired. She had a long day of playing Fortnite, and this and that. And when he gets home, he needs to clean the dog, and she's just drained and she's over it. She doesn't want to talk. She's angry. Okay, she's angry. She has a kid. That's a whole different conversation. I'm not going down the conversation of bringing kids in this world and you need to just grow up. It's time to stop thinking about just you, because if he wasn't a good father, if he wasn't there for his child, she would still have to be there. She would have to figure out how the baby is going to eat. So the fact that he is there for his child, you would think she'd be a little grateful. Again, going back to something I look for in a woman. No woman is getting a ring around her finger purchased by me that I don't feel like is a grateful woman. Because gratefulness goes a long way. A grateful woman can get you through some nights, man. A grateful woman who knows, dang, babe, we don't got a house. And we don't got 2 burgers today. We split one. And you know, our kid ate tonight though. And my kid's belly is full because you did what you had to do as a husband. And we're in this nice car, and we're warmed and we're cuddled because you're doing what you need to do as a husband. I need a woman like that by my side. That's the type of woman you want to give. I'd give you the world. You know what I mean? That's the type of woman you give the world. Someone grateful, appreciative for what you are doing, for the fact that you're trying. And I'm not saying she should go get a job. I'm not saying I know that woman's, post-traumatic stress after pregnancy. I'm not saying I know anything about that person, but I know a grateful woman, an appreciative woman, wouldn't be doing that to a man who she just had a fresh newborn with. That being said, chat, if he decides to let that woman go and he doesn't fight for his kid, because it's going to be a process, he can use this to double up and double down. Double up the bag, work hard on YouTube, work hard, build a channel, and double down and be the man he's supposed to be for his children, but also take care of her in the sense of course, he won't let her starve, but not get back with her. I would not get back with a woman like that. He can use that to fuel him. Does that mean he's looking for revenge? No. Does that mean he lives life and makes it hard for her? Let's say her and the man get married and he gets a bag. He goes and he gets successful. He starts building his YouTube. He starts a label. His brother does music. He can go further than even I. The point I'm making is, does he make it? Does he live bitter when she comes to the house and she drops the baby off, or he picks the baby? Is he argumentative? Is he trying to throw subs and shots? Well, at least I do this. Tell your man he should hit the gym. Lame stuff. Is he acting like a lame? No, because he didn't do it to get back at her. His get back is to get back. Get a bag. If you use it in that sense, I'm all for it. But just don't use it in the sense that don't let someone else that has nothing to do with your journey and who you becoming as a person, as a man or as a woman, don't let someone else infiltrate that. The process or the outcome. Don't let them have any say on who you become. Oh, I'm going to do this because I'm going to show my ex. If that's how you use it and it helps you to get a bag, well, go ahead. Use it. I'm not against that. But as far as trying to to provoke an emotion, I'm going to drive around her block until she sees me in my new car. Man, you got to be better than that. Because if that's how you're living, low key, whether you realize it or not, you're distracted. You're distracted from the main vision in front of you, from the goal. Can't be worried about what happened over there. Keep it moving. It can fuel you. It can motivate you, but keep it moving. And it's okay that I overshare because y'all will never meet him. Most likely. But yeah, chat. That being said, I understand Bobby. I understand Adam. I understand that they kind of hold resentment. But I mean, you heard Adam. He hired the guy. Even though the guy said things, even though that wasn't too deep. That's not too deep. Him telling him, oh, you'll get there you'll get there as a man. I don't really even understand that or what he was trying to say, but comedians, they have it a little rougher than us. You know, people in the entertainment industry, like actors and actresses, people in the music industry, we, as artists, they get their own green room. As artists, the bigger they are, they kind of run on their own schedule. They got their own team, they're in their own world. As actors, they're in their trailer, they're left alone until it's ready for their lines. Nobody gets to distract them. So they're in a different world. Comedians, you'll have the highest paid comedian performing in the same nightclub for free, or maybe for charge. The point is, you'll have a highest paid comedian in the same room with someone who's been a comedian for 3 years. It happens. So they rub shoulders. They see each other in passing way more than other industries. So sometimes there's going to be some jealousy, and sometimes there's going to be, and plus they're drinking on the job. So sometimes there's going to be some negative something in the air where it's like, oh, this person said this, and they talk to each other. So there can be some, mistranslated conversations that were had. Oh, this person said this, that you shouldn't even be, skipping the line. And, so they have it a little rougher because they're all in each other's space and not necessarily in each other's circle. So it gets nasty with comedians. So I don't even know what he was trying to say by that. Maybe he was being positive. Someone comes up to me and says, oh yeah, you'll get there when you become a man, or whatever the freak he was saying. It's like, okay, like something like that. I'm not even thinking twice about that. Especially because the guy he's talking about is funny. He's funny. So he's a good comedian. So maybe he knows what he's talking about. I forget his name, but I know who he is. But yeah, I mean, he Adam was, humble enough to still hire him. So shout out to Adam. When the man is hey, listen, the Lord says it, when the man for the job will get the job. It is what it is. But yeah, I mean, but the most important thing was he showed up. He showed up to go for the role. So chat, when I say stand out, when we talk about standing out and trying to get, even if you got like a side character role and you're doing like just a little part in a movie, stand out. Bring something that you like about yourself. If you feel like you're funny, bring some funny to the character. Come up with a line. You got 4 or 5 nights to keep practicing. Ask your people. Ask your girlfriend if you have one. Ask your wife if you have one. Ask your cousin. Call someone up. Put it on speak. Yo, bro, I wanna act this out. I'll tell you when I'm Susie, and I'll tell you when I'm Joey. And I'm playing 2 characters, but I'm actually Joey. And I want to say something. Tell me if this is funny. Or tell me what you think about it. You got time to bring something. But when I say bring something, chat, and even Adam will probably agree with this, I don't mean bring something like Adam did. Not memorizing the line, jumping on the couch, trying to stand out as if you're like, impractical jokers over here. Like you're just a king of improv and you're just going to make it happen. I mean stand out, but also come prepared. Come with your lines and then come with some extra lines. Come with your lines and then come with some jokes or something that the character might look like, or some gestures, something that makes someone go, man, that was good. He was in front of Judd Apatow. I'm not saying he messed up. Some people subscribe to the mindset, what's for you, you get, and what you don't wasn't for you. Okay. I think if he would have been prepared, it'd have been nice to have that on top of his resume, that he was in something Judd Apatow and Jason Segel were involved in. He's hilarious. So yeah, you want to stand out, but you want to be prepared, chat. And that's the thing. In a moment like that where Bobby Lee froze up, I've had that happen to friends around me. I'd say all I can to be a good friend, but chat, don't let that stop you from thinking, oh yeah, that's why I can't be in movies. What would I even do when the big day comes? Chat, they make it so comfortable for you. By the time the big day comes, you'll be ready for it. And nowadays, you don't have to sit there with your paper shaking in hand and you're trying to figure out how to get this together. Because you can do it just like this on a video call. You don't have to even be there. So don't let anything like that make you think, oh yeah, I couldn't do the acting thing. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Believe me, they'll make you feel so comfortable. You'll be doing your job and you'll be thinking, how am I getting paid to have this much fun? They're just telling us their experience. And listen, so what? Maybe it does happen to you. Maybe you get nervous and you're having a breakdown. It's only going to make you stronger, chat. Sometimes you got to go through that. Some of us are so hard-headed, thick-headed, that we got to go through that. We got to be shaken up so that we can go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm never going to do that again. If I ever get a movie, I don't care if it's 4 lines, I'm going to be prepared and I memorize my lines to the point where I can play with them. I could tell the director, no, the word is the and not they. And the director's saying, no, that's not what, and I'm telling him, because that's how much I memorize my lines. Whether or not he wants that, that's fair. But I'm telling you what's on the paper. Like, that's how much you want to be confident in your lines. So maybe that's what it takes. Maybe it takes you leaving a room and telling a crowd of people bye and almost not getting the part for you to make sure, all right, I'm not ever doing that again. Wait until last minute, the night before I'm trying to memorize. No, we're not doing it. We're not blowing opportunities.
Very much for listening. I know for a fact that for some people, 60% of people listen to this podcast are probably jumping up and down right now. They won't even listen to this podcast by Monday. But there's a lot of people, 40% of you, that need this podcast. This time of the year isn't the best time of the year for everybody, and I get it. I have a family, I have a wife, I have a kid, I have dear friends, but it seems like you're missing something when you're not around your family or a family member's gone. It doesn't feel like Christmas anymore, but it still is. It still is. Last week I did the one-man show at the Comedy Store, and I covered a certain time in my life from 93 to 95. And I'll never forget Christmas in 94. Christmas in 94 will always stick with me forever for 1,000 reasons. I made something out of nothing. I woke up with $3 in my pocket and stole a Christmas tree and got $180 cash and got Chinese food and stole a bike and made Jackie, my first sibling. That was the last time we saw each other, but I still remember her leaving that night and me feeling like death. I remember putting up the decorations in duct tape. I didn't even have money to buy Christmas tape. I had that little stuff you put around your apartment. I don't know, the glitter stuff. I put it up in duct tape.
It's like you tied
I got
around.
Chinese food delivered because it's the only people that are open on Christmas
really what
Day.
It is a nice rope.
And we had a nice day together. I had 1,000 gifts for her and a bike and this and that and this. And I remember her leaving and me breaking down like I usually did. And it was Christmas, so there was nowhere to go do comedy or anything. And for a minute there, I'm not saying I felt suicidal, but I just didn't feel good.
Right.
That you don't
Something
feel that
felt
day
off.
that you don't. Christmas Day, some people get up, man, and it's not Christmas Day for them.
Yeah.
When you get in your car,
That's
you just
a
need
fact.
to put your location in the trip planner. It recommends where you need to stop for how.
I got some close people to
I
me
can
right
imagine,
now
especially after
that
growing
I
up
know
as a
this
kid and
Christmas
having
ain't gonna be the same
presents
for
under
them.
the tree. And
Yeah,
because Hanukkah's a whole week, it's a little different.
It's not Christmas Day, for some people, and I'm really sorry you feel this way.
Right.
It's something that the holidays kind of bring them down.
Yeah. Well,
We were going to take this week
because
off,
of
but
life,
like I said,
things happen in life.
we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this and why you feel this way.
Right.
And it was so weird that night when she left with her mother. I sat there and, I was just looking around. I was probably getting ready to make the call to get a package. You might the go thing when things got bad.
Yeah.
A package would make her feel better. And somewhere along that, I remember looking at this little apartment, maybe the size of this office, and going, what do I feel bad about? I think I was getting dressed to head to a party or something like that. Somebody had invited me over to a Christmas party because, You're never really alone on Christmas unless you really want to be.
Yeah.
Somebody always reaches out and says, hey, man, you want to stop by. And as bad as you feel,
and Thanksgiving, too.
as bad as you feel, Christmas. You stop and you get a bottle and you get an apple pie or whatever. Once you get to that place, something about that place, you'll see the magic of Christmas.
Yeah.
And the magic of Christmas. I was talking to somebody on the phone yesterday, and I go, listen, what are you going to do for Christmas? They said, I don't know yet. I go, what are you going to do? You going to sit by yourself? I go, swing. If there's a problem, swing by. I go, you have no idea what a hug from a 6-year-old would do for you.
Yeah.
It'll change your whole perspective on Christmas. You know, like,
yeah.
For some people, it's just hitting a table and going, looking up and looking at strangers.
Faces, yeah.
You ever been in that position on a Christmas day where you pop your head up and you're looking at all strangers?
Yeah.
And you ask yourself, how did I even get here? Well, the universe took care of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, the universe takes care of you. As much as you don't think it's taking care of you, the universe is taking care of you. I've been, you know what Christmas is on the road, Lee? Do you know what it's like to go out on the road and Christmas wall is on a Thursday? And you're in Ohio, so you do Tuesday and Wednesday.
By yourself.
And Christmas Day, you pretty much stay in your room and watch the Parade of Roses.
Yeah.
There's no budget for you to fly to see Mom or to see your brothers.
Almost like it wasn't even Christmas.
So it's one of those Christmases where you're by yourself.
Yeah.
I did 4 or 5 of those on the road.
Yeah. I understand what those are like.
You're in Fucknut, Indiana. It's you and the headliner on Christmas Day. And he's got a friend in town. And it's you in this apartment.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, Jesus, what has my life become? You know?
Sometimes.
And all of a sudden something stops and says, wait a second. You're doing what you would wanted to do.
All right.
This is part of the bargain. So you get up off the couch, you go down to the nearest Walmart that's open till 1. There's a bunch of old senior citizens. They're 3 days away from the grave. And you look at their faces and they're happy to see you and they're welcoming you. And you go in, you buy a $1 Christmas tree, you buy a bunch of treats, you go back to the house and you watch Christmas programming and you eat your little snacks and you smoke your couple of joints and you take a couple of sips of your beer. And it wasn't all that bad.
Right.
Just by stepping out of the house and making you see some guy that's got 3 days left on his life.
Grateful.
Saying Merry Christmas to you. That does something to you. Yeah. All these little things do something to you. And that's why I don't want you to. Number one rule for tomorrow today is I don't want you to be alone. You spent some time with Uncle Joey.
Yeah.
Get out of the house. Somebody invited you somewhere.
Somebody.
Even if it was just to watch a game. Because you never know what could happen when you're watching a game, whatever.
Couple beers,
a football game, there's got to be something.
Somebody's always inviting you, even if you don't drink.
The are playing, the Clippers.
I'm with you.
There's something going on,
just chill.
Do not be alone. But back to 94, I'm sitting there, I'm crying, and all of a sudden, something happened that made me open my calendar. Like I don't know what it was, to see what I had the week ahead. I've always had a calendar. And I remember having like 3 spots that week, like having like 3 real spots, like 2 guest sets of clubs and like 1 paid gig. And it all swirled at me then that I was grateful. I had never been grateful before.
Yeah.
You have no idea how being grateful on Christmas Day makes you feel.
100%.
Because most of us are sitting there thinking about what we don't have.
Next, what's next?
And you really have to think about what you do have.
Right.
You know, there's a guy that's part of the church family since day one. I met him through Rogan. And I don't know if he knows this. He inspires me. Hold on. Yo, Mercy, you want to crinkle that paper a little more?
What?
You want to crinkle that paper a little more? All right, then. Jesus Christ, yo. I'm over here trying to do a podcast and you're over there crinkling papers and stuff. So I got to deal with, this is what happens when you don't have school and you got to drag your daughter with you, but I don't mind. I'm going to have her with me all day. I'm going to take her to a couple places, get her out of the house, give the mom a breather, because if not, she'll torment her mom. At some point, I got to get her to the park to do 1,000 little zip recruiter things and go back and forth on the monkey bars. If not, she'll be jumping up and down all night. Tonight's a bad energy day.
Nah,
But
never bad energy.
In the middle of all this, once I became grateful,
Yeah.
Christmas has changed.
Yeah.
You know,
Life can change
Joey and
by
I
the way, yeah.
and Lee were talking about mindsets.
Yeah.
When you do things you don't want to do, it all changes depending on how you go into it. Listen, going to the gym sucks. You go into it, next thing you know, you look at the clock, you're halfway there. Next thing you know, you look at the clock and the guy's going, all right, we got our 8 last minutes. Let's turn up the heat a little bit. And you're out of there. And you were like, what was so bad about that? You know, it's getting yourself there. I don't even know how we got on the topic.
You were saying something about someone from Rogan.
For what?
Someone from Rogan.
He
Someone you met
inspired
through
you.
Rogan. Inspires you.
From
Yeah,
the
and his
beginning.
name is Kern Michael. Michael Kern Michael. I met Michael Kern at a Rogan concert, and this kid's in a wheelchair. I don't know what his condition is or
Right.
whatever. God bless him. The guy doesn't give up.
You see, he's walking now.
Yeah, he's fucking what? You think the guy's not grateful? So next time you're sitting there in pity of yourself because you lost your job, your girlfriend dumped you, she got pregnant by a different Puerto Rican. You know what? Go look up Kern Michael's page.
Chat, it's just
And
a
see if there's any
coincidence.
pity in his
Relax.
See if there's once has there been pity on his fucking page.
A heavy
See if
coincidence,
there's a
but
picture of him all mangled up. No. It's pictures of him walking. It's pictures of him with no shirt on.
right.
Then he shows up to shows with bitches. For all you motherfuckers that are waiting for the next coming of life, this guy's in the wheelchair getting his dead dick sucked. What are you doing?
You don't
What
know
are
if
you
it's
doing?
dead.
You know, you think about it. You really have to look at somebody like Kurt Michael to really appreciate life and go, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
This guy is in a wheelchair, and he's walking around like Jesus. Remember when Jesus was hitting those people in the head, and they started walking? So I look at that guy there, and I go, what am I
When
doing
the
with my
freak
life?
did that happen, Coco?
I got to go make people laugh, and I'm
What part of
depressed.
the Bible was that?
I got to go make people laugh, and I have anxiety. I'm scared. I mean, you have to, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, but
What?
while you're sitting there falling in pity for yourself on
Yeah.
Christmas, there's somebody else
Worse.
that's in a tent.
Worse off, yeah.
There's somebody else that's in a shelter. There's somebody
In a
else that's
hospital.
under observation for psychiatric reasons, for whatever it may be. And here you are sitting in your apartment watching the Rose Bowl parade, like, you know, thinking about pulling a Chris Cornell. No. Look at it from a different angle. Look at it from how grateful you are to have what you have.
Yeah.
Your mother might be an alkie, but guess what? At least you got a mother. You
That's
don't see
right.
me going to my mother's house.
All right.
So whatever you might be thinking that Joey's going to Bert Kreischer's or Tom Segura's and they're going to be jumping up and down, you got your mother. I don't have a mother.
That's right.
So we all have our little personal Vietnams.
Yeah.
But from December 23rd to January 6th, they all go away. Listen, what are they going to do? Put you in debtor's prison? What are they going to do? Put you in jail because they're going to evict you? They can't. Listen, be grateful for what you have.
Hey, by the way, that whole Puerto Rican going to Puerto Rico, girlfriend, bro, all coincidence. Hey, live long enough and you'll realize a lot of cliche things are cliche for a reason, because they're true. Listen, chat, what more do I add? It's like a hard act to follow, like Alicia Keys over here. What more do I add? He's money. He's money, baby. Everything he just said is money. 100%. It applies to what we're talking about with the young man. It applies to what we're talking about with Bobby Lee and Adam. I mean, honestly, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna live life and let it fly by you and live for the moments that you only feel good. The only moments you that matter are the moments where you feel like you matter. The only moments you care about are when you're in a good mood and you're riding high. Excuse me. Are you gonna live life? Your decision. But life changes. You hear a lot of cliche things. You hear a lot of quotes. I'll give you one that you can take it to the bank and cash it. Life changes for you the moment you start being grateful. And we just spoke about this. This is literally what we just touched on. Having a grateful woman is a woman that I will put 4 rings on her finger, on her ring finger. I'll give her 4. All I want is a woman that's willing and grateful. I'm telling you, man, there's something about being grateful. You look at your whole perspective on life, it changes. It's different. It's different, chat. You give me a woman who's fine, knockout gorgeous, ungrateful, and then you give me a woman on the right who's mid but grateful. I'll take her 8.5 out of 10 times. Any day. Chat, you know what it is to be laid up in a hospital? That's the thing. That's my thing. When I have children in the future, get ready. We're leaving. Where are we going, Pop? Get in the car. I'll tell you where we're going on the way there. Everybody ready? On Christmas morning, before we get back home and open gifts, drive right by the hospital. You see all these cars, right? The hospital's packed. It's always packed. That's where they're at on Christmas Day. Tighten up. Be grateful. There's people in the hospital right now. People waiting to get news, sitting there anxious. Oh man, is he gonna make it? People waiting, people visiting other sick people that they love on Christmas Day. And you worried about, before I open this box, is it gonna be what I want it to be? You got the wrong mindset. A lot of us do it. It's easy to adapt that mindset. When life is going good for you, I always remember from The Sopranos where he says, it's kind of like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I always think of that. I always think when life is going bad, when life is going sweet, sweet. I don't know what that is, but I guess that's money in your bank, money in your pocket, spouse, nice kids, house taken care of. I don't know what life's sweet, but I think about when T said that, I always think, isn't that one thing about us? Like, even when things are good, you're either waiting for the negative to come or you're focusing on the negative. Isn't that interesting? Like, even when life is good, you're like, well, this happened, and this could go, and this might happen. Negative. You're focusing on negative while life has been good to you. God has been good. You call it life, you call it energy, you call it the universe, I call God. When God has been good to you, you're focused on what could go wrong, what might go wrong, what if goes wrong. Or when life and God is being good to you, you're focused on how much better it can get. Oh man, it is nice. It's nice, but I wish I could get the yacht. I wish I could get her the $20,000 necklace. It's like, bro, we don't ever just go, thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. It's been nice. It's been good. Right now, be present. That's one thing that I'm working on. That's in the season I'm in. I'm trying to figure out how to be present. Like, sometimes my mind is so far gone. 10 different spots. I'm thinking about what I gotta do this week, how I can get further in streaming, this, that. That's why I don't hang out with anyways. That's a different conversation. But yeah, be present, chat. Be present. Try to be present, but you should try to be present. I agree with that. But what you definitely need to do, this gotta stop. This thing. What you definitely need to do is be grateful. That should be what you work on this season you're in. Moving forward, just be a little bit more grateful. Go a long way.
Does anyone want to get out?
This is The Winter Soldier, arguably the Marvel Cinematic Universe's most popular movie, even now. What is it about this film that has made it endure for as long as it has? Simple. It took an unconventional...
Chat. We got movies with bad guys and good guys walking away from explosions. Classic movie scene. We got movies with elevator scenes, classic scenes. Who has the best elevator scene right now? And it's probably a Marvel, because Marvel's been doing it nonstop, where all the guys are in the elevator and they're about to go do some drilling and they're stuck in the elevator. So we got bad guy, good guys too. We got walking away from explosion, tough guy walking away from explosion, even females. We got elevator scenes. And then there's one other classic scene that I wanted to talk about that I was thinking of the other day. I was like, you know how many times I've seen this scene in 3 different
to a conventional
movies?
story. Winter Soldier isn't a superhero movie, it's an espionage thriller starring superheroes. This approach to narrative is the single biggest lesson that the MCU has consistently attempted to impart, and yet no one wants to listen, including other MCU projects.
Now, I might be crazy, but I think you're trying to change.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe is the first of its kind.
To?
A shared universe comprised exclusively of feature-length films. Yes, there was the Universal Monsters or the long-running Hammer horror franchises, but those attempts at building a universe didn't come close to the scope and breadth that the MCU started out with, let alone successfully accomplished. In 2008, with the release of Iron Man, Marvel had a grandiose proclamation. They were going to build towards a crossover of their biggest characters, joining a team codenamed the Avengers. And the way they would accomplish this would be releasing Incredible Hulk, Thor, Iron Man 2, Captain America First Avenger, and then rally these characters for the Avengers. But with the middling reception of Incredible Hulk and the poor reviews of Iron Man 2, something quickly had to be done. Marvel's lead creative force, Kevin Feige, realized they needed to rapidly pivot the creative approach. They had to not standardize the cookie-cutter approach to the narratives. Instead, they needed to push the genre aspects of these films.
Look, I know you don't think I can do this.
This isn't a back alley, Steve, it's war.
In the early conceptions of the Captain America film, the first act was going to be a period piece set in World War II, and the rest was going to take place in modern day. However, after multiple rewrites that everyone wasn't exactly pleased with, it became clear.
One thing I've noticed about football fans is they all talk like the players can actually hear them.
Proud of you.
But when you have...
They needed to set the whole movie in the 1940s. It needed to be Saving Private Ryan or The Longest Day, starring Captain America. This idea went over very well. The resulting film might not have been perfect, but it was the signal the studio was looking for. With the creativity on display and the impressive march through Phase 1, everyone was getting on board.
I have an army. We have a Hulk.
Marvel's origin movie template had a particularly rigid formula, and yet, once they started really leaning into the idea of placing these heroes in movie genres other than stereotypical superhero stories, things really started to click. Phase 2 included Iron Man 3, a deconstructionist take on the superhero, Thor: The Dark World, the previously mentioned spy thriller Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. Guardians is a perfect example of this genre-bending phenomenon. It's basically a Star Wars movie set in the MCU. It's a space fantasy epic about a ragtag group of idiots trying to save the universe from an evil tyrant. Sound familiar? I mean, Peter Quill is basically just goofy Han Solo, right? This film was almost a guaranteed flop.
Yeah.
No one is asking for a Guardians of the Galaxy movie, yet thanks to snappy writing, smart directing, and the surprising idea of making a space pirate superhero film, it was a runaway success.
His people are completely literal. Metaphors are gonna go over his head.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast.
Even Ant-Man tried to embrace this genre element by being a comedy heist film. It's basically the old Robert Redford movie Sneakers with shrinking powers. Granted, it didn't succeed to the degree that Guardians did, but it's still a really fun comedy, and who would have thought Brian Fantana could get so jacked?
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
The movies in Phase 2 that didn't lean into this idea, Ultron and The Dark World, well, the less said about them, the better. Ultron is important to the future MCU releases, but is pretty forgettable, and The Dark World is just painful. Look at the rival cinematic universes. How many of them have tried this gambit of making a genre movie that just happens to have superpowers in it? Not many. The first phase of the DCEU had Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, and Justice League, all as fairly straightforward superhero movies. Suicide Squad specifically seems pretty obvious, built to be a Dirty Dozen style war movie that just happens to have superheroes in it, and yet they didn't take that swing. Really, of all the DCEU movies that got produced, Birds of Prey seems like the most cut from this cloth. It's a gritty urban crime thriller with people with powers. It's basically Chinatown meets Deadpool, and the problem being, it wasn't enough of a gritty urban crime thriller to really deliver on that promise. Even looking outside of that, the Dark Universe, Universal Studios' attempt at making a cinematic web of films based on their classic 1930s monster movies, did the opposite. It was a superhero movie action franchise that used the aesthetics of the monsters. You had a mummy, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and an evil Indiana Jones all smashed into one action movie. They completely abandoned the horror except as a narrative garnish. Tragically, it wasn't very good and the whole experiment died before it even had a chance to live, but you can see how this could have worked. It's an interesting approach, just a flawed execution. The Sony Spider-Man villains movies, less so. Those are pretty terrible across the board. I guess it's almost interesting that the first Venom movie is like a buddy comedy, where Venom and Eddie are the comedic foil and straight man, sort of, but Morbius? Nothing about that movie works.
This is a mistake, but I can fix it.
Even films like would-be universe starter Bloodshot or the Fast and Furious franchise, when they work, they draw on unexpected genre influences. And when they don't, they try to ride the established tropes to little success. As weird as it is to give the main protagonist of your franchise a re-origin 4 films into your series and have it work, but Fast and Furious is great. Bloodshot, less so. It's a pretty straight down the middle attempt at a superhero franchise. Contemporary audiences are extremely smart. They've been conditioned by nearly 2 decades of high-quality, large-budget studio genre films and the weapons-grade proliferation of AAA video games to almost instantly understand and process high-concept genre storytelling. We don't live in the 80s anymore, where studio execs were worried that putting the Punisher in a Skull t-shirt was too wild a swing. The fact that the current phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is all built around multiverses is a big bite off the apple. Add to that the fact that everyone's grandma understands what's happening, that speaks to just how highly genre-educated the viewing public has become. Because of that, it's extremely important for franchises to treat the audiences with respect and forethought they deserve. You can feel when a studio or director is trying to get one over on you. It's not fun. The tropes of the superhero genre are so well established and well worn that they are nearing cliched levels of exploitation.
He took a picture of Superman?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
This is why it's important to draw inspiration from unusual or previously unexplored areas of narrative. The superhero as a construct exists because all other forms of genre were censored out of existence by the Comics Code Authority in the 1950s. Literally, you couldn't have the words vampire, werewolf, or zombie in the title of a book. It's a whole thing we don't need to get bogged down in right now, so it's the ultimate irony that superheroes who saved the comic book medium would now need an infusion of the genre elements that comics initially rejected for being too mature. But Marvel is just as susceptible to scope creep as anyone else. Shang-Chi is a perfect example of how Marvel has fallen victim to its own success. Almost every other cinematic universe has struggled to live up to that early era of the MCU. Shang-Chi, on its surface, is a martial arts movie. It's based off the highly acclaimed yet still largely underground comic book series, The Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. The fact that this movie is a $200 million blockbuster that climaxes with the protagonist riding a dragon tells you all you need to know about how they're chasing the largest possible audience.
That's not
hey
possible.
y'all, it's Connor,
That's not
a team member at my local
no
Chick-fil-A.
way y'all spent,
a little thing you'll love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets.
200 million.
As opposed to faithfully recreating what made the comics work like they did in Phase 1. Shang-Chi should be a $50 million martial arts movie starring someone who could credibly be a successor to Bruce Lee's legacy.
Right.
Who are you?
However, we both know that it's not exactly that. It's a really fun movie, and I wish we would have gotten Shang-Chi again before his next appearance in Avengers Doomsday, but the movie itself isn't quite the platonic ideal of a Deadly Hands of Kung Fu adaptation. This is the problem that the larger filmmaking landscape is grappling with. It's a push and pull between massive studios attempting to milk the most financial reward out of characters that have existed for 80 years possible, and filmmakers trying to make unique visions that would connect with an audience emotionally. You'd think that these two groups of people would be on the same side, but they're usually not. In fact, if you look at the batting average of directors that the early Marvel Cinematic Universe picked to helm their movies, they were people who knew how to play within the system, but still had their own voice. Now, it's less and less journeymen auteurs and more purely company men or TV directors who are willing to actualize the broader Marvel editorial vision. Finding the balancing act between artistic expression and the financial realities of one of the most financially expensive mediums on earth is something that every artist working in Hollywood has to contend with. But it does feel like we're living in a distinctly bland era where no one even wants to try and tackle the risks that the early Marvel Cinematic Universe so effortlessly took. One contributing factor to this was the fact that the early Marvel Studios producers set up what was called the Marvel Creative Committee, where they hired 5 or 6 beloved comic book writers to oversee the broad sweeping strokes of the universe.
Right.
People like Mark Miller, Brian Bendis, Joe Quesada, and Matt Fraction. These creators gave feedback on early drafts of scripts and helped to push things in more creatively ambitious directions. However, by the time Phase 3 was at its height, the Creative Committee and Kevin Feige ended up on opposite sides of what to do about the climax of Captain America: Civil War. And ultimately, Big Kev was able to use his political power to dissolve the Creative Committee, and there hasn't been another one reinstated since.
Why would you do that? We're in the end game now.
Superhero movies are dominating pop culture so thoroughly at this point that not only does it make business and creative sense to incorporate some unexpected genre elements into the films, but for longevity's sake as well. Who wants to eat the same food all the time? No one. And that's the exact problem that Hollywood is running into. These comic book blockbusters aren't doing as well as they used to, largely because they're all drawing from the same narrative well. We need more diversity in our storytelling. Marvel, DC, even Star Wars, and the various fantasy epics that have interconnected narratives, they all need to pull influences from unexpected areas. And if they don't, well, honestly, it could mean the end of everything. People are going to see movies less and less these days, and it's understandable. The movies are more and more bland. However, with a few tweaks and unexpected choices, that could all change. Fingers crossed we live in that future, and not the one it seems pretty clear we're barreling towards. And well, that's all we have for this episode, but what do you think? What's the best superhero movie that's pulled in an unexpected influence? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe for more.
I don't know why I never even commented on Nerdstalgic, but that's a fire name. But yeah, you make some solid points, and I agree with you. Something's gonna have to give. I remember the third scene. It goes, walking away from explosions, elevator scenes, and kiss scenes. I don't care what you say. Maybe when you're with the Brodies, maybe when you're with a female, maybe you watch a movie, and if a kiss doesn't happen, you don't think twice about it. But when you're by yourself, and you're in your own world, and you're watching a movie, and it either ends with a kiss or doesn't end with a kiss, you know, in the back of your mind, you were like, somehow, some way, you're trained to watch for it. You're waiting for the kiss. You're anticipating the kiss scene when it's like a love quarrel or something. So yeah, classic scenes, kisses, the kiss at the end of the movie, the happy ending scene, elevator scene, and explosion, walking away from explosions. Which one's your favorite? And you might as well just tell me, where is it from? If it's a kiss scene, what movie is it? If it's an explosion, what movie is it? If it's the elevator scene, we got a few of those just in Marvel. What is it?
I did not say that. Trey, you want a drink? Nah, I'm good, bro. Yo, this nigga trying to act better than us, bro. He been letting us drink all this time.
No. Wait, what's this one? Oh, parties got unnecessarily freaky.
We should play a game. We should play Truth or Dare.
Oh,
yes,
we should.
Let's do it. We should play Truth or Dare. Yo, Trey, you down? You down, bro? All right, bet. Hey, Joe, lock the door. All right, I got you. Man, this is gonna be so funny. This is gonna be so funny. We got locked the door. Remember last time we played? Yes. All right, I locked it, bro. All right, cool. Now switch the lights. Bet. There we go.
Here we go. Hey, you know what? I'm not even mad. Set the mood.
Let's go. All right, I'm gonna go first.
The vibes and the mood.
Okay. Truth or Dare? Dare.
Set the mood.
Okay, I dare you to suck on my armpits. Bet. Come here. Okay, come here. Okay, here. Yeah, bro. All right, while you doing that, Shelly, truth or Dare? Dare. Of course, Dare. All right, I dare you. To pour hot honey, okay?
Chat, hold up, cause this man he makes classics. Chat, what he just did right there is funny, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cause you know, again, the title is If You Didn't Hear Me. Sometimes I say things twice, cause why it's playing. I don't know if you can hear me. The title here is when the parties get freakier for no reason, something like that. Chat. In the middle, everybody knows Truth or Dare. We played it when we were young. Peer pressure. We've all played it somehow, some way. It might have not been nasty or freaky, but we played it. Chat. Everybody knows in the middle of the Truth or Dare, when the dare or the truth is being done, nobody keeps going. That's when you know you're in a nasty circle. That's nasty work. If I'm in a circle, I don't play that. But if I was playing it and I'm in a circle with a group who, sucker her armpits. Okay, while you're doing that, Truth or Dare. That's not how this works. Y'all in a rush. Y'all in a rush for all types of nasty work.
My balls. Yeah, that's a good one.
Follow me, chat.
Oh my god.
You don't know what I'm saying.
All right, let me take it off the stove. Hey, okay, do it. Yo, how long y'all been planning this? All right, I got it. You ready?
How long you been
Are you
playing
ready?
these?
Do it. Let's go. All right, here you go. Woo! No, that's more honey than last time. That's more honey than last time. All right, let's keep it rolling. Destiny, Truth or Dare? Dare. All right, I dare you to let Trey eat you out right now. Wait, okay. Whoa. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. How you going to dare me to do it? Why wouldn't you dare yourself to eat her out? Because I want to watch, nigga. The fuck? Nah. Like, that was a dumb question. I'm good. Come on, Trey. It's a dare. Don't be lame, bro. Go eat her, bro. Like, it's not that deep. 2 hours ago. I had McDonald's. I'm full. Come on, bro. Bro, you telling me you not going to play the game? Everybody playing. You got any other party games? You want to play any other games? I mean, yeah, I got other games, but... Nigga, what other games you want to play, bro? I don't know. You got Connect 4, man? Oh, yeah, I got the party version, Connect Horrors. Oh, yeah, that one is fun. We got Connect Horrors in the closet. You got Monopoly. We got the party version, Motopoly. Bro, you got Uno? We got Guno. You played Guno before? Scrabble?
Reach.
Oh, yeah. We got Scrambling. It's not Scrabble. Y'all need Jesus.
Hey,
bro, that's a game, bro. Like,
that was good. That fixed your Guno.
Nigga, don't be lame.
That cleaned that up quick.
So he not gonna eat me? Like, what are we doing?
I'm done. Is he not gonna eat me is crazy. And you saying it with a woman's voice is crazy, but you're just an actor. I get it. He not gonna eat me? It's crazy, chat. I remember that. I remember playing with some freaky Jones that would try to like get a little. Yo, listen, we get a lot of slack. Is it slack? Isn't it cut me some slack? We get a lot of backlash. Let me just stick to what I'm confident in. We get a lot of backlash as men for being aggressive. Most men I know, including myself, who lost their virginity, is not at the age with most women I know. Most women I know lost their virginity way years before a man did. Again, we get a lot of backlash for being aggressive, quick. Most women, like right there, she's like, wait, you're not going to eat me? Most of the time, a woman takes the first initiative. She takes the first step to let a man y'all not ready to have that conversation. Y'all not ready to have that conversation. I'm going to let it go. But I'm telling you right now, I've been in those circles. I've been around women and we're playing freaky games. I've seen time and time again, a woman will keep going. Like, wait, no, do it. It's okay. You can do it. If they think it's not going to happen, now they'll play shy when it's like, I dare y'all to make out. I dare you to let such and such. They're like, I don't know. Is he gonna? They won't even say much. They won't even say, is he gonna do it? They won't say much. But let them think that you ain't doing it. Let them for 1 second think. Let you go. I don't know. And right away they jump in. Nah, I mean, it's the game. We gotta do it. Like, they be pushing up on the man. I've seen it time and time again. And women would say some bold things, chat. I've had women approach me while I'm with my kin. I'm with my family and they're approaching me like, hey, are you single? Like, bold. Women are bold. And mind you, I ain't mad at them. I like a bold woman. In some ways. Sometimes. I don't like a bold woman all the time. But, that being said, why do we never talk about that? It's always men are aggressive. Men go too far. men are thirsty. I hate that. I hate that thirsty. I feel like that's almost as bad as de-eating. Cause you do anything, you be like, yeah, bro, solid. Stop de-eating. You be like, yo, you're nice, bro. You're nice. You're nice at this. Stop de-eating. I hated that. I used it a lot, but I hated that and thirsty. You go up to a woman, yo, you cross the street for her, you're thirsty. Thirsty. You see how bad she is?
Touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Shit, and you might even be on him. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real,
hey, all these trendy, dances, are y'all listening to the words?
For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Shit, and you might kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he
past the hour.
Kicking big shit with my feet on him.
I told y'all we're not going over 40 no more.
For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Shit, and you might even be on him. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Shit, and you might even be on him. If I pour my fat wood, it's so pretty. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Shit, and you might even be on him. If I pour my fat kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Shit. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass,
like that unless they dance.
Shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass, then he skeet on him. Kicking big shit with my feet on him. I ain't even gotta touch the bitch cause her baby daddy beat on. For real, beat her ass.
I sound like them, right? Hey, no, hey, seriously though, we don't even need the music. We just don't need it. Y'all keep the music. Alright, y'all trolling me. Y'all trolling me. I thought all this was real. Love, get back to work. You there to work out, not twerk. She let it play too long. Nobody else, all the other DJs cut it off. He's hungry, love. I'm joking, chat. I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about little man. I don't know why that just happened. It just happened. No, that just happened. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, no. I'm tripping. I thought she had I thought this one right here had the chair set up perfectly on the door. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, love, are you hiding from your man? You done block the door with the chair? No, we need some music. I don't even know what we're watching at this point. Yeah, this dance has to end. How much longer is this? Women look good with a cowboy hat, right? Ain't no other hat in the world pull it off for women but a cowboy hat. At least to me. I don't think I'm even mad at that being in your house. I guess if you know how to use it. Look, didn't we see you like 2 times already? A white dress and then... What is that? What is happening? Yeah, this trend is trash. Those little angel wings. Who's she fooling with those little angel wings? Those don't even count as wings. What were you, 11 when you got them? Nah, I'll tell you what trend was catchy with the song. If I throw a shot, he catch him like Beckham. That was trendy. I mean trendy. That was fire. That trending line, like that whole snippet. I don't remember what the song is. I know that bro, he got a good rap voice, but that line, that was one that I was finding myself playing it myself. I was like scrolling down and it didn't get tiring. The rest of these get tiring. Women be like, guys won't leave me alone at the gym, and then you always see these videos, they're always at the gym. Love, you don't... It is what it is. Alright, chat. Get out.